Mm-hmm. Recording.
All right. This is Coach Sox with your daily how to throw a ball basic information. With everybody trapped inside, we are going to do this every day or close to it, give you guys little tips and tricks to help you get a little bit better. Throwing a baseball is the easiest thing to do, but also the easiest thing to mess up. A lot of people do this incorrectly, and because they've never been shown a good way of doing it. So today we're going to review how to throw a ball so you can throw more strikes as a pitcher, you can make better throws as an outfielder, and you can throw people out, and most of all, you can throw the ball straight where you want it to go. So you can stop hitting your coach in the head with baseballs. It doesn't feel good, please don't do it. So, step forward, young man. This is Sloth, aka Super Catcher, aka Super Pitcher. He kind of does a little bit of everything. He's coached under or played under me for the last 2 seasons. So, first things first is how you hold the baseball. As we all know, there's grips. The red grips are the seams. You can use a tennis ball too, because it still has the seams on it, so you can use either one. With the baseball, you want to make a claw, like so, thumb underneath, 2 fingers on top. They either go over the seams or on the seams, depending if you want a 4-seam fastball or a 2-seam fastball. If your 2 fingers are on the side, it looks like this. If I put them over the seam and my thumb underneath and then holding it, this is a 4-seam grip. Zoom in if you need to. Let me know when you got it. Okay. Now if I turn it around and put the seams towards you, place my fingers over the seams, my thumb under, this is a 2-seam grip. The difference is the 2-seam will curve like this. The 4-seam will go straight when you release it. So Sloth is going to show us how we actually use this when we're playing basic catch. So if the cameraman was the person throwing the ball to, we're going to throw it towards the cameraman. First thing he would do is get his feet set, and I'm going to let him show you how to do that because he's done it long enough to know how. Right about there is good. You need him to come back anymore? Or you?
No, he's perfect.
Okay. So
his whole body's literally in the shot.
So if Sloth is trying to throw to the person in front of them, he can throw this way, but there is a better way of doing that, which will make it easier to throw. So he's going to show you how to do that. What do you do with your feet?
You turn sideways like this. Make sure in this case, make sure they are facing this bookcase.
And make sure your head is turned at the person the whole time. You want to always look where you throw. You have to learn to trust your body while you throw and trust your mechanics. So he's going to demonstrate this the wrong way first, because this is the way a lot of people do it, and they just don't know any better, and that's okay because they've never shown it. So show them the wrong way to throw the ball, which will cause damage to your shoulder. There you go. Just the arm motion. Just the arm part. Freeze. Now, as you see, guys, zoom in if you need to. Okay, stay where you're at. Stay where you're at. What he did when he's looking this way is instead of coming down with the ball, he just reaches back like this, and this puts all the damage in your rotator cuff, on your elbow. This is your tricep and your bicep, or your bicep and your tricep. And it's basically the equivalent of somebody taking his arm and pulling out really hard, which automatically pulls all the muscles the wrong way. So, in summary, he's starting from a glove position, which would be 2 hands in a glove, and he's going to reach back like this and put all that pressure in the shoulder. Can you feel how tight that is? And if anybody's seen the movie Rookie of the Year, this is what happens. Your shoulder gets really tight, and then when you go, you're going to push the ball forward. Now, the trick is he still has to come backwards like this somehow, because he can't just push the ball on his own. The shoulder has to come back. So when he comes back, and I'm going to ask him how much this hurts. If he comes back, it's back and then snap. That doesn't feel good, does it? In Rookie of the Year, he had a cast like this for 4 months. And when they tried to take the cast off, or they did, and they tried to move his arm was really tight and went whoosh, and it hit the doctor in the nose really hard because he was throwing about 100 miles an hour. Problem is, when he hit his shoulder again and it reset the shoulder, he couldn't throw the ball hard anymore because the shoulder's just not meant to do that. So now he's going to show you a way to do this a different way, but in a quick review, doing the claw pull, which is coming straight backwards with the ball, causes damage to here long term. And the longer you do it, the more likely you will damage it. So for all you young pitchers out there, or anybody throwing the ball, please don't do that. If you ever see an L position like this, parents, this is not where you need your kid to be. So he's going to show you now a better way of doing this to protect your arm. And go to release point, freeze. Now you notice here, he's in an L, but now his shoulders, and if his head's turned the right way, his shoulders will stay level here. And his shoulder's nice and loose. I can go like this. He can move his arm up and down without a problem. He could release the ball sideways a little bit if he had to. Now when he starts to throw, he is going to complete his throw nice and easy and get his full power. You notice also he turned his back foot when he did that to get his hips into it. So one more time, he's going to get his pitch set and his grip. Now freeze, step, and freeze. Now as you see here, he's square to his target. He can get the ball there with no problem and reduce all that inflammation. Now the key to that technique is this. He is going to always put his hand down, reach back, and when he makes a bird, he's going to tuck his elbow in, he's going to step forward, come to his release point, rotate the hips with him, and come down. So he's going to show you that same technique just at his speed. Good. Now watch 2 more times. He's going to go real slow and make a bird so you can see how he gets that. Fingers go to the ground. He makes a bird. This is called a bird or a power T. Now what he's going to do is he's going to tuck his arm in, step towards the person. Now he's going to get to his release point and he's going to throw nice and strong. You notice he went all the way down. That's a proper release. So now, let's go back that way, ladies. A little more. He's going to do a real easy toss to me, right to my hands. Good, using good technique. Step, nice easy throw. Good. Now watch it without good technique and you'll see the difference in the throw. He's just going, oh, bad technique. Reach back. As you saw, he wasn't really sure where the ball would go. The problem when you go like this is you have no control over where it's going to go to. Now if he does it the right way, a little more safely, he should have control to be able to get the ball where it needs to be. Exactly. So that's the difference, guys, between throwing with good technique and throwing with bad technique. Even if you don't step forward with your throw, at least you have your arm in the right place and you will limit the damage to your shoulder. As I always say, it's about the process, not the result. If somebody throws hard, but they damage their shoulder all the time, eventually, at some point, they will get injured. It will happen to them. It's just a matter of how long. I have a partially torn rotator, so I have to do it this way in order to protect my arm. I can't throw this way without hurting it any further. So that's today's game. Again, thank you, Sloth, for his demonstration. Pitcher, catcher, first baseman, outfielder. I don't know, he plays a little bit of everywhere. And this helps him out a lot, so we hope it helps you. Go to Patreon, patreon.com/CoachSocksRocks, and go there. Look out for daily YouTubes for other news and other techniques. Take care. Catch you later.